Hello friends, hello, happy Sunday. So I wanted to share with you a very quick one, my Sunday night practice that I find really helpful. So I want to invite you to do a little check-in if you need to. And it's this conscious check-in of the week that's coming up and what you've got in your diary, maybe in your calendar, and having a look at any of the things that you've got scheduled in. So if you're like me, you'll have some kind of diary calendar kind of thing. And so what I really like to do on a Sunday night is to I just have a look and I just glance over it. What's coming up over the next 7 days? What have I scheduled in? I'm usually aware of it, kind of each month, but it's really nice to just do like a really conscious check-in. And the way I do it is I just have a little look and I just kind of just see what I'm really loving that's in my calendar, and seeing some of the things, if there are any, that when they come up I'm not really liking, or maybe I wish I didn't schedule it that way, or perhaps maybe it's the timing, or I've decided to put things on days where maybe it doesn't really feel aligned for me anymore. So what I like to do is I just have like this conscious check-in and I look for anything that pops out at me. So sometimes, I can see everything feels great, everything looks great, I'm looking forward to it. Other times I can look at it and sometimes we're well-meaning and we schedule too much in, or we can schedule things that at the time felt really good and now we kind of check in and think, nope, doesn't really feel so good anymore. So it's just being really honest. And I'm a big believer now with the way that I live my life in not just saying yes because you said you'd say yes, or not just saying yes for the sake of it, but really doing it from a conscious place. So I'm not saying it's not about being flaky. It's not about backing out of commitments. Like, for example, if I have clients booked in, that's an honor and a commitment I choose. But it's looking at, okay, well, does that serve me right now in the way that I'm doing it? Am I batching my days and times with tasks and things for my business, for example, that feels good? So one of the things that I shifted in the last few months is the days I do different tasks, for example, and the timings. For example, I wouldn't do client sessions on a Monday morning. That used to really feel just not the highest level for me. And I'm looking at, okay, well, how do I want to spend Friday afternoons? How do I want to, set my diary up? So this is obviously more of a message for you if you're creating your own routines and structures and businesses, but also even if you are doing a 9 to 5, I just encourage you to have a look and see about your commitments, see about even social stuff. Are there things in your diary that you're saying yes to, then really you don't want to be doing? And really just consciously checking in, because I'm a big believer, just with how I live my life and the experiences I've had, in being really conscious and not just living life on autopilot. I used to live like that. I used to have Sunday evenings, for me, used to be really depressing. I used to dread my Mondays. I used to dread the week coming up. I mean, it was a really horrible feeling, but I made some conscious choices along the way to make some other decisions and shift my trajectory. So conscious check-in. So I encourage you, if you're not already doing it, maybe you are, let me know, to check in, have a little look at your diary and see what is coming up for you over the next week, and then check in and, like I said, how it makes you feel, what changes you need to make. And if you keep doing that every week, you will then start creating a life that you actually feel really aligned with, as opposed to a life that you're living more like a slave, right? I know that feeling. You're kind of turning up to things that you really don't want to be doing. So conscious check-in, have a look in your calendar, have a look in your diary, however you manage your time and your hours, and give yourself massive permission to drop things that don't align with you anymore. Maybe call some more things in that you want more of, but really be conscious, because I tell you, our time and our energy is the most precious resource that we have. It's right there up on top of my list now, having had many years where I had no energy. So where I choose to put my energy really matters. So that's what I wanted to share with you. What I do every Sunday night, I do this check-in. So I've just done it and yeah, I'm liking what it's in there. I'm liking what's set up for this week. It feels good. But like I said, there were times before when, if I'd have checked, I would not have liked what was coming up. So, and it's not about being perfect, by the way. It's not about perfection, because there are often things that, you might have a dental appointment or something. You might have something in your diary that you're not particularly looking forward to, but even those types of things, you can factor other things in around that to really fully support yourself. So if you've got a few things in the diary, for example, that coming up in the week that you kind of unavoidable, but you don't really love them, See if you can bring some in, structure some stuff around that to give yourself the other kind of energy. Maybe you want more fun, maybe you want more lightness, maybe you want more play, maybe you just want to reward yourself with something, factor in some time to just give yourself something back that feels good, whatever you need. So really, it's your life and you get to create it the way that you choose, you know, and it's just the choices we make every day, every week, every moment that create our entire life. So I send you so much love. Have a good rest of your evening. Have a great week, whatever you're doing this week, and I'll see you tomorrow.